Hello, Aquarius, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, guys, so this is going to be your September monthly spread. So let's see what's going on. And thank God this retrograde is about to end because I feel like it's definitely been challenging for everyone in their own certain ways. But for some people, it has been really good. So I hope that that's been the case for you guys. But let's see what's going on here. Okay, what is going on with the sign of Aquarius in the month of September? Okay. Alright, guys. Alright, let's see. Okay. So far, it looks like some of you had to clear up shop in an emotional sense in the past. Okay. Alright. So, your energy for this is the Emperor. Just looking at the foundation of what I just put down for the spread, it definitely makes sense. The Emperor is somebody who is very respected. People seek him out for counsel or her out for counsel. It's just somebody who's been through so much, and now they know which way they have to move around in order to get things done. Okay, somebody who's very well trusted and who makes good decisions. Okay, but someone who stands within their power. So you guys are in a place now that it's like you don't want any bullshit. All right, you're gonna make the decision that's going to be best for you and best for all of those around you. Behind that, we do have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So this could be you or this could be someone else in your life, but there's a situation that you're in that you don't want to be in. It could be with a job. It could be, helping out a family member. It could be with a lover. But there's a sense of you really don't want to be there, yet you are, or they don't really want to be there, yet they are. And it's something that we do out of obligation or out of habit or just something that we're so used to doing now that it's like we don't even question it. So let's say for a relationship, for example, if the King of Pentacles in the reverse pops up, something I would tell somebody is they're not truly there for you. Okay? Swayze, don't unplug the computer. So, this is just showing that there might be something that you're not as emotionally invested in that the other person may want you to be, or the business may want you to be, okay? But you're kind of just like going with the flow. Or, again, somebody could be doing that towards you. And behind that, it's the Five of Cups in the reverse. So something that, may have stirred you guys up emotionally that now you're slowly starting to get over it. Okay, so the first card you guys have for your past is the Eight of Cups. So this is where I say you guys may have been clearing up shop because here you're moving away from something that was something you were emotionally invested in, okay? When this card comes up, it's not something that is easy to do. Okay, this is something that, is burdensome. Okay. Sweetie, stop it. Did I get everything? Yes. Okay. So, this is interesting. So for some of you, you may have had to walk away from a person or a situation because you had a new thing coming in, something that was really emotionally gratifying for you. And, despite all of this, there could have been a loss that you had. So it's like you're walking away from something you're emotionally invested in. You feel the loss of this thing, but there's also something good that's coming your way. And it's that sense of like, what do I do? You're in between a rock and a hard place, and you're trying to figure out which route you want to take with this. Yeah. And with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, it could have been some sort of emotional loss. Not emotional, I'm sorry. It could have been a financial loss even for some of you. Okay, so something new is starting. You have to walk away from something that's just not serving you anymore. And now it's like, okay, where do I go? What do I do? What decision is the right decision to make? But there's a sense of you not seeing eye to eye with a person, or if this is, within business, with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, you feel like you're not appreciated. Okay, you feel like you're putting in so much work and, you're not getting the proper recognition that you deserve. Okay. Why is this Three of Pentacles in the reverse here? Five of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, things aren't going the way that you guys want it to go, or maybe it's not running as smoothly as you would like for it to in the past. But you're in a place where it's like you're just trying to avoid conflict at all costs. You just don't want to be involved with whatever drama is happening there. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Now, the Eight of Swords in the reverse is when you start to clearly see things for what it is and you're no longer in denial about it. Because when the Eight of Swords is upright, I feel like, you know, whoever this person is, guy, girl, whatever, there's something that needs to be seen by them, and they're just choosing to turn, you know, just to turn a blind eye to it. They don't want to face the reality. They don't want to have to deal with the situation, so they keep themselves in like this mental box. In the reverse, you guys are saying, okay, you know, I see this for what it is. I'm no longer blinded. I'm moving away from the situation, and I just don't want to fight it. The last card you guys have for the past is the Strength card in the reverse. So whatever this is, you know, it took a lot of resiliency. And there could have been, you know, some of you that's like, you know, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. And it could have been something that was very just hard to do. The Strength card in the reverse, you know, there's definitely a situation there that's testing you. Ten of Cups in the reverse. So things are very unstable. Okay, there's a sense of instability, whether it be in the home place, at home or in the workplace, but just something that's unstable. Just feeling a loss in a sense. For some of you, it could be faking your happiness in a situation, but you are trying to build stability here. Okay, so there's things that kind of, I feel like shit hit the fan a little bit, but you're just trying to build stability. Okay, and it's contradicting because it's something, you know, there's something that you guys had that you had to walk away from, and there's something good that you're walking towards. So there's kind of like, you know, these double feelings to each situation. So there's a huge loss that you're feeling in one sense here where you don't feel strong, but you are in a place that you can build your stability. So I feel like one thing is replacing another, whether it be with work, whether it be with lovers, whether it be with friends. You're losing something but gaining something in the process. And that's really what this retrograde was about. Clearing out anything that we didn't need. Okay, so I really see that happening. I see you guys cutting out whatever was unnecessary and starting to build your foundation without any of the bullshit attached to it. Now, the first card you guys have for your present moment is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, she's someone powerful. She's someone that goes ahead and does things with passion. Okay, someone who's very respected, someone who's just a boss. And we have the Sun card. So this is something really good happening in your life that's going to illuminate your path moving forward. You know, something that's desirable, something that's passionate, you know, a new beautiful start here. And with the High Priestess, you guys are completely in tune with yourself. You know what it is that you have to do. You're on the right track. You know, when the High Priestess is in reverse, it's like you see everything for what it is, but you don't choose the path that's going to be best for you. With the High Priestess in reverse, not only are you passionate and having these good things happen, but you're on your, you know, you're on your game. So you're making these really good decisions, which is great. Hello, Swayze. So the next card we have here is the Hermit card in the reverse. So you guys could have been in this place of stagnation, not knowing how you want to move forward with the situation. But now it's like you feel that you've been to yourself enough to kind of weigh out your options, see what it is that you want to do so that you can move forward in the best way possible. You know, now it's like you're doing it with wisdom attached to it. We have the Magician in the reverse. So you're moving forward with the situation, but either you or someone around you is manipulating a situation. Three of Wands. And I feel that you know this because you have the High Priestess here. So if there's anybody right now that's trying to manipulate you guys, you can smell it from, you know, 20 miles away. So, you know, the Three of Wands is all about waiting for a ship to come in and, you know, something that you may have invested some time in and you're just waiting to get your return on it. But with the High Priestess here and the Magician in the reverse, I have to say that for the majority of you, I feel like you're going to be turning your back on whatever manipulation is happening here. And you're going to turn your back and you're going to say, look, this is not something I want to deal with. Like, I'm thinking just about expansion right now. I really see you guys clearing out dead weight and doing what you need to expand, you know, everything for yourself. Whether it be your business, your financial stability, your peace of mind. You just want to expand in a good way. And the last card you have for your present moment is the Justice card. So with this Justice card, things are balancing out. This is, another confirmation that everything you're doing is in the right way. The Seven of Cups in the reverse, okay? So you're seeing things clearly, which makes sense. She keeps, she's here. So with the High Priestess, you're going to keep seeing things clearly. So you're turning your back on any bullshit, okay? This is awesome because I just feel like you guys are very intuitive right now. All right, Nine of Swords in the reverse. You're not going to let this manipulator stress you at all. You're going to keep moving forward. You see them for what it is. You, like I said, you smelled it from miles away. And you're moving forward from the situation. Okay? Now, the first card you have for your future is the Six of Pentacles, which is great because it's, you're rejecting anything that you don't feel is going to be good for you. But with the Six of Pentacles, you're finding balance. All right? Five of Cups in the reverse. Whatever was emotionally, tugging at you before, this is something that you're now getting over. Any sadness you have, it's lessening. You guys are healing. And with the Page of Wands, this could be, he's the messenger of all things that you can be passionate about. So this could be a new job venture that you're going into. This could be, a new love interest. But this is, talks of something new that is coming into your life, something that you're going to be passionate about, and something that you're willing to be patient with and, wait for. Something that you're willing to nourish and see how it grows. All right, Three of Cups. So with the Three of Cups, I just feel that there's a celebration that's going to happen here. Or there's going to be something that you're happy about. Or, now with these cards that fell out, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse and the Two of Cups. Okay, and now at the base of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So there's something that, you guys are finding balance in. You're getting over any emotional pain. But then I feel that for, some of you that are talking to somebody right now, there could be a lot of arguing or a fallout between the two of you because of a third-party interference here. Okay, and you're choosing to get up and move forward from the situation because it's bringing a lot of conflict. But look at the card that comes behind. You're still kicking him in the ass with the Emperor attitude. Okay, so definitely not a time to fuck with Aquarius because you guys are going to see shit for what it is and you're going to move forward. And there's going to be this sense of exhaustion like, oh my God, how much more, bullshit is going to be thrown at me. But with this card, you're being really, really resilient and you're standing through any adversities. The Hierophant, taking the high road, doing what's most conventional. You guys are taking care of yourselves so well throughout this. So that's what I really like. Anytime there's any cards about bullshit, you guys just aren't taking it. You guys are so woke right now. Yeah. You're dropping that. You're ending this chapter. With the World card, this is the completion to this. Anyone that didn't serve you in the past, anything that just wasn't good for you, that's done. There's a new chapter that's starting for you guys. And this is awesome because you guys are clearing out all the bullshit before this start comes. All right? Ace of Wands. So, yeah, you guys have something that you're very passionate about that's going to start, and you are not letting anybody deter you. Okay, you guys are, you have that tunnel vision for whatever goal it is that you want, and that's excellent. Okay, so I love that. You guys are doing awesome. So let's see what's going on. I'm going to pull you guys an Earth Magic Oracle card like I do every month. And let's just see what your guidance or advice is, rather, for the month of September. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay. What is the advice for Aquarius for the month of September? My nose is so itchy. Okay. So the card you guys got was Lake. Stillness. Okay. The subdued pastels of the early morning light quietly announce that the night is over and the sun is rising. The lake itself hasn't awakened from its rest and remains still and undisturbed. It welcomes the coming day, ready to respond with grace and fluidity to whatever currents and movements appear in its belly or upon its skin. The surrounding vegetation thrives from the abundant water near the shoreline, and the unoccupied boat lies in wait for its next passenger. All is at rest in the scene. It's in the deep internal stillness that we find our being and come to know that we are intimately united with all of creation. To achieve this mindset, we must slow down once in a while and get away from our surroundings that interfere and distract our inner tranquility. When we do so, this profound stillness is available at all times, regardless of the environment. We can experience the sensation with steady, conscious breathing, or we can simply pause for a few moments and be still. The tempo of life these days has sped up considerably, and there seems to be no end to the quickening pace. Immersed as we are in the technological whirlpool, there seems no escape at all. However, there is no need to be a prisoner to the hurry-up syndrome, nor is there a need to feel trapped by the awareness of collective intensities that massive numbers of humans are experiencing these days. No matter if the noise is from your environment or your seemingly nonstop thinking, it is critical for you to seek stillness. Find it in your world, whether it is a special place in your home or a place in nature that is far from human-made noise. Of particular importance is finding it inside yourself, which can be made easier by being in a quiet place in a natural setting. Doing so not only relaxes your mind, but also heightens your awareness and senses. So honestly, guys, with this reading that you had, I think this is just confirmation of what you're already doing. Because with those cards, you guys are just dodging anything that is not working for you, anything that you just feel is going to slow you down. So that's a really beautiful thing. And, I feel like you guys really have this strong intuition. I have to look at the astrological charts of what's happening right now because I don't, delve into astrology too much. But, I mean, you guys got it. You guys really do have it. There's just a sense of wokeness. Okay, you guys are definitely awake. You guys are really listening to vibes right now, and that's just really what's important. I feel that you guys are in a place that if there's somebody that you're not vibing with, or there's just a reservation you have, even if you just met this person, it's like, I have no reason to dislike this person. I don't think you guys are even going to question it. I think you guys are just going to be like, okay, there's something that feels off. I'm not here to figure out what feels off about you. I'm just not going to talk to you. So I feel that you guys are going towards this goal, this new start that you want, with that Ace of Wands coming in, and then you have a World card. You have so many beautiful cards about new starts, and there's nobody who's getting in your way this month. So, for the other signs, I felt there has been this huge lesson that, everyone's going through and having. I think that you guys are fucking doing awesome. There's not much that I have to add to that. But, it's beautiful. So I definitely see you guys going for the kill and getting whatever it is that you want, and really having that tunnel vision, until you get to whatever it is that is going to be success to you. Okay? So with this card, this is, to piggyback off the reading, this is kind of just saying, take a step back and quiet the noise. Turn your phone off for a second, turn the TV off. Just sit in silence. It was so funny, guys, because it was about like a week and a half ago that I'm sitting there and I'm on my phone. Well, I think I broke my phone because I kind of fell asleep on it before. But I wake up and I grab my phone. I go to start texting. And in the middle of a text, my screen just goes black. I'm like, oh, my God. And I spent like 2 to 3 hours trying to reboot it, trying to fix it, all this crazy stuff because I didn't want to have to get a new phone. And I'm the type of person that years ago, if that would have happened, I would have just like chucked that shit into a wall. And I would have been so mad. And I would have been on the phone with customer service. And at that point, I'm like, okay. My phone's not working. I'm not going to stress myself out. I'll just go in the morning. Like, let me just chill. I think this is just the universe saying, let's let whoever was going to text you or whatever, like, you're dodging some sort of bullet. And that's, I didn't even question it. I just felt that maybe somebody that I was going to converse with, or maybe something that I was going to see, it just wasn't going to be good. And for some reason, the universe just had to shut my phone off for that night. But I was just very, very calm about the fact that I didn't have a working phone, and I'm very attached to my phone. I can't work without it. So, I stayed calm and I put my phone down, and I'm like, there's nothing that I can do. And at first, there's a little bit of uneasiness that you feel when your phone breaks. It was just like, oh my God, my life just shattered. But I was calm. Like, I was like surprisingly calm, and I picked up a book that like I've been meaning to just get through, and there's just this tranquility. For the first time, I kind of just sat here. My son's sleeping, and I kind of just sat back on this couch. Oh my God, this couch is so good to nap on. But I sat back, and I'm just chill. And the silence that you hear, it was so therapeutic. And, this retrograde, it did get me. I'm not going to sit here and say it was all, shits and giggles, but it did get to me. There was definitely things that I had to endure. And in those 2 to 3 hours of silence before I went to bed, it reset me. And it was just such a gift to be sitting in that silence. And I didn't realize how badly I needed it. I didn't realize how much noise I had going on in my world. My phone's constantly going off. I'm constantly distracted. I'm one of those people that I have to consciously tell myself, don't pick up your phone. Like, you're out with people, don't pick up your phone. So, to me, I'm actually just really happy that happened because, I was able to reset. I was able to think about situations clearly. And there's been things, the last few months that I always say we have to act in accordance to our goals. And it's like, practice what you preach, but I wasn't practicing what I preached. And I was doing things that were not in accordance to what I wanted. And just those 3 hours of silence completely changed my entire mindset on certain situations. I'm like, oh shit, Lisette, like, you got to get your shit together. Like, you really got to, and it's just, it's so powerful what being still can do for you. And I feel that you guys are in a place that you're already getting that down. But if you feel like there's still things in your life that you have to figure out, shut everything off. Like, I always tell people to meditate. At this point, don't even meditate. Just be quiet, which I guess is meditation. But just stay silent within your own thoughts. And so many things are going to run through your mind, and you're going to be able to process so much stuff. And it's going to be a beautiful thing because, we're always asking for advice. We're always trying to see what's the best way of doing things. We're always, following these people on social media. But our best advice is going to come from us. Okay? It's going to come from what it is that we want. And most of the time, think about the people who we ask advice from. Like, you truly want their advice. Only ask someone for advice if they have what you already want. Don't ask your single friends for dating advice. Don't ask a divorced couple about how to stay into a marriage. Although they can tell you things that they could have done differently, in order to keep the marriage. So, you can learn what not to do. But, if you want to learn how to be a millionaire, don't talk to anyone who's not a millionaire, okay? If there's a big dream that you have, don't let your broke-ass cousin, tell you that you can't do it. You got to look at, people and the circumstances around you, and you really got to be able to evaluate, like, can this situation help me to get here? Can this person really, truly help me to get there? And with being still, you see all of that, and you're able to just make better decisions. So I think that's a beautiful thing. And see, I guess I did have something to tell you guys, but your reading was very, very awesome. So y'all are dope. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back in a few days for some love readings. But if you guys do want a personal reading, I'll leave everything in the description. But you guys are awesome, and I hope that you have a good month of September. It's August 31st right now, but here we go. Take care, guys.